I don't hate the false nine role for Hazard at all in a game like this. To be honest, if you think about it, Mariano. Look, 28 touches in this game. I don't think he was that influential. Obviously, we'll all point to his assist for Vinicius, which I thought was great. If you put Hazard in that same situation, that flick is Hazard's bread and butter. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Hazard couldn't have done that either. If you look at kind of the way Real Madrid played in this game, offensively, a lot of it was just trying to. I mean, it's kind of weird that we're sitting here having this discussion where Real Madrid play mid block and they're not really controlling the game in the opponent's third, and they're kind of sitting and hoping to hit them on the counter. But here we are talking about it like that. Um, but it's not like they use this Mariano as this crossing target where they're just shoehorning crosses into him over and over and over again. There wasn't that many crosses in this game. In fact, if you look at it, Lucas Vasquez 3 crosses in 64 minutes, Cruz 3 in 90, Carvajal 3 in 64. Then Marcelo and Asensio had a couple off the bench. We did not cross that game, and this is the funny thing about Real Madrid is like anytime you have a presence like Mariano or Jovic in the box, we stop crossing. We start to play this counterattacking scheme. So for that reason, I don't see why Hazard as a false nine in this game couldn't have worked, right? Um, what did you think of Mariano's performance? Because I saw a lot of people feel like he had a good game. I know Carlo Ancelotti said he had a good game. I don't think he had a terrible game. I don't think he was also that great either. I'm not sure exactly what he brought to the table. I will say, if he had converted that chance where he does the fake shot and then the shoulder drop around the keeper and then misses from that acute angle, if that goes in, I'm talking about this really differently because that would have been a brilliant goal. That was almost a perfect goal for me, but he missed that. But I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I don't really know why you couldn't have played Hazard in a false nine role, given the way that Real Madrid played in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, Kian. I mean, I think he was fine. I don't think he was like exceptional. I think the back heel assist was a bit of magic, and he deserves credit there for pulling that off. And but he like kind of like Jovic has been in a lot of his games for Real Madrid. I felt like Mariano was a little bit isolated from the rest of the team. He only had 28 touches in this match. To put that in perspective, Courtois had 24 touches, and Rodrigo, who only played 17 minutes, had about half as many touches as Mariano, who played the full 90. So he just wasn't that connected to the rest of the team. And even like you never really saw him link up with anyone. He was more just hounding defenders, doing crazy acrobatic jumps and flips, which we've grown accustomed to with Mariano, just used to seeing his body.
His body just basically contorts in like five different
Yeah.
directions. It's crazy.
I really think that's half the reason why he gets injured so much because he just goes like 120% no matter what, and he never slows down. And he'll put his body on the line. Like that's something to be said about his character and his effort. Like I always admire that, but at the same time, like he's killing himself. Like he's not gonna. He's never. I don't think he could ever play 20 games like consistently like that. It's just nobody can. It's too much. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think he was fine. Like that one chance you mentioned where he did kind of the step over, beat Casilla, and then his final touch kind of that's what screwed him over was he took a big final touch and closed down his own angle, so he couldn't score that goal. But if he scored that goal, we're talking about a Mariano first start in 5 months where he scores a goal and has an assist. So despite his difficulties in connecting with his teammates and the touches, I mean he did what was required of him for this match, at least for a match against Elche. And that's what we've been saying about these backup strikers. Like if they're not going to play against Elche and some of these other squads, when are they going to play? And so at least one of them got to play today, and he did have some end product. He had an assist.
Yeah,